Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have for you a makeup tutorial. I'm super excited to be doing this makeup tutorial for you guys because I recently purchased this palette and it is called the Dream Palette by Sigma Beauty collab with Beautyybird. I actually bought this palette when it launched, which was in November 9th, I believe. And within days, you guys, within 3 days, I received the palette, which is amazing because you know how it is when you order things. Sometimes when it arrives late, it kind of defeats the purpose and then you don't get excited anymore. So I'm still excited about this palette, and I'm excited because I created this makeup look using the palette, you guys. So you guys be the judge if you want to continue watching the video. But this is basically my own personal review opinion about this palette. So anyways, if you guys want to learn how I achieve this eye look using the palette, just keep on watching. But before I get started with the video, make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you are new, of course. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos, and also maybe even give me a thumbs up if you guys like this makeup look. Anyways, with that being said, let's go on and get started. Now I'm just going to keep my hair out of the way because it is so annoying to have hair all over your face, especially when you have long hair. First and foremost, I really want to talk about this palette and the packaging. It is so freaking beautiful. I love the marble finish. I love marble as well. So I love that it has that, and it has kind of like, I believe this is like a gold or rose gold trim around it. So that's what I like about that. I love that it also has, and behind the palette, it has the eyeshadows and also the names. And you guys, the palette actually feels quite sturdy, very like heavy as well. So it is not a cheap palette. You're not getting like a palette that feels very flimsy or anything like that. So this palette is quite heavy. Now the palette comes with this little cover over here. As you can see, the top row up there, you get all shimmery eyeshadows, and then in the bottom row you get more of a matte shadow. So I will do swatches for you guys. So in this palette you also get a dual-ended brush, which is amazing because sometimes it is important you actually have a brush in the palette, so when you do travel or when you go places, you have at least some brush to work with when you're using these eyeshadows. Obviously, the brush set is from Sigma, so one of the ends is called the E38 Diffuse Crease Brush, which is this end over here, and then the other end is more like a packing brush, which you can pack your eyeshadows with. This one is the E58 Cream Color Brush, so that is to pack on color. It's just perfect, and I love that the brush also has the marble finish in the middle there. We're going to swatch a couple of them. You know that when you swatch, it's different from when you apply on the eyes. Let's try Milagro, which is a gold shade. I love this color. So this is Milagro over here. That's Milagro. That's like a very nice gold color, as you can see right there. And then the next one is called Buenos Dias. That is more like a bronzy color. These are more like foiled colors as well. And then I love the color Maya, so we're going to try Maya. Maya is like a green shade. I don't know if you guys can see that there. But that is a very pretty color as well. And that is Maya. So these are very shimmery eyeshadows. Very nice. I love the consistency. It's very creamy. It applies very smoothly. Doesn't look patchy at all. So the matte one, I'm going to try Caramelito, which is a light, like orangey shade. Kind of reminds me of caramel. That is Caramelito, and it is like an orangey pumpkin color as well. So really love that color. And then let's try like a vibrant color. Let's try the blue shade. So I'm going to try this one. Now this one is very vibrant. As you can see on the finger, it looks like it's going to apply quite nicely. So I just want to show you guys how it applies. So this one is called Birdie. Okay, that's Birdie. So as you can see, the color Birdie is not as vibrant as I actually would have loved it to be when swatching it. As you can see, the color Birdie looks a little bit patchy. So I suggest always not to go by the swatches. Always just try a makeup look or try an eye look first before judging the palette. So, all right, so now we're going to try out the palette, which I'm super excited to try. I've been waiting for this palette for a long time because I'm a huge fan of Beautyybird. The first thing I'm going to actually do is just prime my eyes. You guys know when I use a primer, I usually use a concealer. So I'm going to just go in with any concealer, and I'm just going to pretty much just apply some on my eye, and then we're going to go in with a flat brush. This one is a Sigma foundation F60, and I just like to move that all over my eyes. What I like to do is also set the concealer in place so we can begin doing this whole makeup. The first color that we're going to go in with is going to be the color Frenchie. I'm actually going to try that color all over my eyelid. The first color we're going to go in with is going to be Boo Boo, which is a almost like a transition color. So far, I am loving the color Boo Boo, and I don't know where she got these names from, but I think the names of the palette are inspired by her family and also like her dogs. So that is the transition, and that was very easy to do. The transition always does not give me any problems, but when you start off with a transition, I always suggest going in with a fluffier brush so you can blend the color all over your eyelid. So now we're going to go in with a color that's more like a pinky tone of color. Now I'm going to go in with the Beautyybird brush. I'm going to use the dual-ended diffuse crease brush right there, and I'm going to pick up a pink shade. So we're going to go in with the color Ambidextrous, which is this color over here. Now we're going to pick up quite a bit of that color on the brush, and we're going to actually work that. We're going to work that into the crease, and also we're going to work that all around the eyes. So right now the pink color is blending really nice. I do like that. It's not giving me any problems. It's not looking patchy at all. So I do love that. Now I'm going to go back to the color Boo Boo and just also work that in the top there so there is some kind of transition when I do apply both colors. The color doesn't go on like extremely pigmented at the beginning. You can work with the color back and forth and just build the color, which I do love for beginners, because sometimes when you are a beginner with eyeshadows, you definitely don't want a palette that's very pigmented, and when you go with a hard hand using the pigment, it is going to be really hard on you to fix. So I do love that the palette actually is buildable with the eyeshadows. Now I am in love with the brush, you guys. I feel like this E38 brush is amazing, and I love Sigma brushes. I do use a combination of Morphe and Sigma brushes as well. Sigma brushes are really good, you guys. I do have an affiliate code with Sigma because I am affiliated with Sigma. I do have a discount code with them, which is Gera10. You can always use that code to get 10% off everything on their website, including the palette. So just an FYI, just so you guys know, we're gonna go in and make this a little bit more smoky. So I'm gonna go in with the color Puesta del Sol, which is this color over here. It's more like a plum color, and I'm actually going to work that in the outer corner there. Instead of going with the black color, which can be a little bit too harsh for this eye look, I like to go in with the purple. So that way it just looks a little bit darker at the corner there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the other eye, taking the same brush. Now I'm trying to only use one brush, you guys, so you can see how you can create a eye look only using the dual-ended brush. So that is how the colors are looking. I'm loving the eyeshadow so far. So now we're going to go with the cut crease. I'm going to show you guys how you can create a cut crease using the E58 brush. Quite easy, you guys. Very easy. And you want to just grab your finger and just work that and blend that all together. Now I'm going to be grabbing the color Milagro, and I'm going to actually pop that color right in the inner corner of my eye. Grab quite a little bit. And I haven't even applied any Fix Plus or any liquid to the brush, so for me, it's actually applying quite nicely with the brush. You can see there is a little bit of foil going on with the eyeshadow, so I really do love that. So I'm going to go back to the color Puesto del Sol, and I'm just going to blend that together so you get kind of like a beautiful transition between those two colors. Now, if you want like a darker finish, you can always grab the black color from the palette and make it a little bit more smokier. But I think this is okay for a daytime look. I also don't see any fallout from the eyeshadow on my eye, so that is a big plus. And also the foil colors of the eyeshadows are actually very vibrant, and I love that. And I love that the colors can also pack on as well. And yeah, so I am actually quite impressed with the eyeshadows so far. Now I'm going to go in with the Sigma liquid pen eyeliner, and this one is from Sigma Beauty. I'm going to use that to line up my eyes. I'm going to grab my Bad Gal by Benefit called Bang, and I'm going to apply that on my eyelashes. I'm going to go in with these eyelashes called Goddess by the brand in Mykonos. So now that we have the eyelashes in place, I'm going to go in now with the face. So I'm going to go in with the Farsali Unicorn Essence. Love this serum. It's so hydrating. Love the way it feels on the face. Now I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Now I'm going to go in with the Smashbox foundation. This one's no filter foundation in the shade medium 110, and I'm also combining it with the shade medium 120. I've been actually using this foundation so far, you guys, and I've been loving the way it's making me look. It actually looks pretty good during the winter time. It actually lasts me a lot longer than the summer for some reason. Now with whatever is left on my brush, I'm going to just carve out my eyebrows. I'm going to take the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and it is in the shade medium 26. I actually got to get more of these because I'm like running out of it, and I've been like loving this concealer, you guys. I love the coverage it gives me. I'm going to go back to the Real Technique sponge and just work that. So I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to put that underneath my eye. You know what my biggest issue is when applying foundation is I forget to get in the middle here of my nose, like the crease side of my nose, which it's like so annoying, but that is where I usually tend to like forget about. So make sure that when you do apply your foundation that you are applying it also in your crease around your nose, because it tends to look really weird when you don't do it there. So don't forget to actually do that as well. So I'm just going to bring the foundation down my neck, and also going back to the Laura Mercier powder, I'm just going to powder all around my mouth. Now we're going to go back to the palette and we're going to finish off the eye. So I'm going to go back to the Beautyybird palette, the Dream palette, and I'm going to go back to the color Boo Boo, and I'm going to apply it a little bit at the bottom there. I'm also going to take the color Ambidextrous, which is that pink shade right there. Back to the E58 brush from Sigma, I'm going to grab the color Milagro, and I'm actually going to pop that right in the inner corner there of the eye. I'm going to take now the 24/7 by Urban Decay Perversion Eyeliner. Now I'm taking the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Stick, and this one is in the shade Where's Walnut. And I'm going to go in with my MAC 109 brush. I've been loving this contour stick, you guys, because it blends so freaking fast. And I love the color. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's just right in the middle, like a neutral color. So now I'm taking the Kat Von D Shading Light Contour palette, and I'm going to take this color right here in the middle to do my bronzer. Now I'm taking this Sigma Cor de Rosa Aurora powder. I think this is more of a blush, as you can see. The Dream palette also contains highlighter colors, which is amazing because I love a palette that has basically everything. You can even use the color Boo Boo for your contour as well. But I'm going to go in now with the highlight. I'm going to take the color Gemini. I'm going to take the Morphe 510 brush, and I'm going to go in with the color Gemini. Wow. I love this. Oh my god, that's so pretty. The highlighter called Libra, I think that's more for lighter skin tones, and the color Gemini is actually more for medium to darker skin tones. So that's what I love about the palette, that it pretty much incorporates everybody in this palette. To me, you guys, this is without applying any Fix Plus, just so you guys know. You know how sometimes certain highlighters make you look a little bit gray? Well, this one is actually not giving me that, and it does not looking gray at all. That is a big issue with me when it comes to highlights. I kind of wish that that highlight had its own like pan or own like highlighter. So hopefully Sigma comes out with its own highlighter because it's so freaking amazing. Now I'm going to go in with my lips. I'm going to take this 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil, and this one is in the shade 1993. I'm actually going to put that all around my lips. I have no idea what the name of this is, but I think it's called Sheer Esplendor. It's almost like a pink mauve color. And then also I'm going to go in with the color Caramello from Stila. This one, the Stay All Day liquid lipstick. I'm going to go in with the darker color first. I'm going to put in a little bit of the Caramello color right in the center of the lips. The makeup look is almost done, you guys. I'm going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime. I've been loving this MAC Prep and Prime for the longest. It's one of the best setting sprays out there. So definitely recommend you guys get your hands on this. And I'm going to apply this all over my face. All right, you guys. So this is the makeup look. I am pretty much done doing my hair and everything, just all ready to go. But before I leave, I definitely wanted to really just talk about the palette really quickly. I am so impressed by this palette, you guys. I love that Beautybird incorporated a highlight. As you can see, my highlight is popping right now, and I love that she included the highlight in this palette. If this palette didn't have the highlight, I would actually still buy it because the colors from this palette is amazing. All the colors for the cut crease, these shimmery shadows, are amazing. I don't think I could say anything bad about this palette, you guys. I feel like Jasmine did a really good job at picking out the colors and actually using the shadows also to blend the eyes. So I am so impressed by this palette, and I even love that she included the dual-ended brush to create just as a one-time brush to create this whole eye look, which I did in this tutorial. So I totally recommend this palette. It's worth your money, I feel, because the colors are there. It's quite pigmented, although sometimes when you do swatch the matte colors, they look a little bit patchy. But honestly, I don't feel like swatching colors on your hand is really truly tells you how the palette is. So I definitely recommend you guys try it on your eyes first and then make your judgment about the palette. With that being said, you guys, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Now, this was really fun to do. If you guys want me to do more makeup looks using other palettes, let me know in the comments below. I would love to do them for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah.